happy newish comic book day, everybody. Because this video was supposed to drop yesterday. I didn't get to do it. I had all types of technical difficulties. Yesterday was just a strange day, and we got a lot to go over. So tons of comic book news, and I got some good recommendations for this week, as well as a teaser, and I think something else, I don't remember. But I will finish off with a cool teaser for something that I will show off at a later date. But I just like doing teasers because I think they're fun and maybe build up some suspense. So, in the comic book news, in a big, I think a big industry bit of news that's a good sign for retailers and some goodwill from Dynamite Entertainment, who is the publisher of books like Red Sonja and Vampirella, Red Sonja, all that good stuff. So they had previously announced that they were making all of their titles returnable in the midst of this pandemic, so retailers would kind of have less risk on their hands as we kind of went through that. But they just announced that they are extending that through August, which will, in the last week of, or the last day of releases is August 26th. So all titles through that will be returnable for retailers. So just a big move by Diamond and just their support of the brick and mortar industry, comic book industry. So comic book retailers, comic book shops all around are able to just return titles that are, that are left unsold. And this is something that's just gone back through the years, and it's just kind of gone. People have gotten away from it, just kind of, hey, retailers just kind of stick with this. But then with the pandemic, several publishers, I don't know how many, but have just kind of made that move just to kind of help out the shops that are out there, because it's a stressful time, and just we're in the midst of just unknown times, and people aren't equipped to handle it quite well. So plenty of shops. I'm sure some shops, I don't even know. There might even be some shops that haven't opened, but I imagine the majority of shops have reopened again. If not all, I'm pretty sure all. But you never know. Some areas you never quite know, and then just people taking certain risks or just trying to avoid certain risks. So who knows? Anyways, good move by Diamond. Hopefully this helps out retailers that are still kind of struggling as everything opens back up against the against the betterment of our health and well-being. But here we go, Dynamite, and hopefully this just helps out shops. And jumping over to Boom Studios for a different type of deal, they just announced that they have signed 2 superstar artists to these massive cover deals. First was Mirka Andolfo, the fantastic Italian artist who is currently doing Mercy, which I'm digging, and then Jenny Frison, a well-known American name. I think she's out of Chicago, and I finally met her at C2E2 this year. Cool person, just dope artist. Always dug her covers. So it was a great opportunity to meet her, and this is just kind of just expanding both of their names and just the type of work that they're doing with Boom, just creating or just offering up different styles of books and a lot of fantasy, and maybe a strong bit of fantasy work in there as well. So just kind of expanding the work that they do. So just props to Jenny Frison, Boom Studios, and Mirka Andolfo, Boom, for signing both of these 2 fantastic cover artists. So they have tons of books coming out or through next year that I think this deal was. But both of them, there is some overlap because both of them will be doing covers for Something Is Killing the Children. It's cool Boom Studios book that I recommend, and then there's a ton of other titles that they have announced that they will be doing covers for. But just if you're into Jenny or Mirka or Mirka's work, this is just something else for you to look out for. So just kind of stay tuned and keep looking out for anything that they will be working on. I will overlay some of the covers that they have already kind of debuted in the press emails that I got from them. So shout out to Boom Studios for them, and just Jenny Frison and Mirka Andolfo. Shout out to you 2 for just all the fantastic work that you've done in the industry in America and abroad, as Andolfo has done. So there's that. Now, one of the big pieces of news I wanted to talk about, that's why kind of when I opened the video, I started with newish comic book day, because DC started doing their books on Tuesday, which I knew, but I forgot about. Also something else that I forgot about, which led me to this thought that I had. I have never been more confused as a comic book reader than I have these last 2 days with DC. It's just some of the goofiest comic book shit in the world. And I'm just thinking about it, like, for me, just as a fan, and the dude who covers comic books on his platforms. Just thinking about, I'm just like racking my brain over some of the stuff that they're doing. So imagine what retailers are going through, having to deal with DC's nonsense right now, and like them separating from Diamond, that should be a good move. Whatever. I'm just saying, like, what the transition out of that. So I went to, as I do every week. I think I can show you here too. As I do every week, I keep a inkpad list of all the new releases, not all the new releases, but just the releases that I'm interested in, and I kind of do, here, let's see, here's one right here. This is for this week. So you can see right there, and I just keep adding, like, for every new release, I will add the titles, and like I just do like title, issue number, and a price. I do the price for the hell of it, even though whatever. But I will make an indicator for titles that I pre-ordered, maybe that I read, like the press copies of, and I will also just list other titles that I'm interested in. So I do that every week. Go to Diamond's website, diamondcomics.com, and I'll go through all the new releases. So I forgot about, I don't know if I forgot about it, I just wasn't thinking about it, just slipped my mind, about DC stuff. Because they did have some of DC's work on there, DC's books on there for this week. But I realized that DC ended, like that was done already. So like that deal was, or their separation was already done. So everything that was on Diamond was already just older books that were either pre-orders, like reorder stuff, or I don't know, like what the other specific part of that was. So I was thinking, okay, whatever, DC, you guys got, it's just another short week for everybody. But then I was looking up something else. I came across something else, and this other website listed DC's previews for this week, this number of titles. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So I go look at it, and it's this list of 19 titles. Like, what the fuck is going on? I was completely lost. I'm looking at this, and I'm like, what is it? Like, what is happening here? So I go to mycomicshop.com just to look at it, and they have this banner on their homepage. All of these titles their DC titles are going to be late this week. And even as of now, like this recording, which I'm doing late, they still aren't in stock there. So I'm like, I don't understand how this is working. So apparently their titles released Tuesday, and because they're not on Diamond anymore, they obviously aren't going to show up on Diamond's website anymore. So okay, I'm like, all right. So I'm just going over the place. So now I'm going to have to think about, like, okay, so I go to Diamond's to check the weekly releases, but then I'm going to have to go somewhere else to DC's website, maybe catch a list of previews to see all of their books that are dropping. And then if you go to DC's website, just the way you navigate their website is not the best. It's not the most friendliest site out there, but it's workable, whatever. But I was just thinking, like, this is absolute madness. And then thinking again, so imagine that just for a fan or somebody who covers comics. And then think about what retailers have to go through and just multiply it times 10. It's just insane. This is just creating just so much nonsense, logistical madness. But that's just, I don't know, this is the price of business, whatever. So I just want to talk about that because it just made me laugh because I just felt so confused. I was just like all over the place. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to do all this work it's just insane. And I don't think, as far as I know, it doesn't affect how mycomicshop.com is doing their pre-orders for DC, but I don't know, we'll see. Obviously, we know what that's going to do for shops because I know some shops who talked about, hey, they're just going to have to, because of the increased cost, hey, maybe they're just going to stop pre-ordering extra DC books for, like, the spur of the moment shoppers. So people aren't just going to be able to go in, not so many people are going to be able to go in and find extra copies of DC books as much as in the past. So that's just something else. It's just another side effect of this deal. Like, it's gonna just hurt people. So I don't know. But also, let me know if you heard from any shops who talked about they're going to decrease the orders of their DC books because of this extra expense with shipping and just having the extra work of going through another pre-order system. So let me know in the comments below. And now it's time for some recommendations for a couple books that are out this week that you might want to look into. First, I already touched on this title from Boom Studios, Something is Killing the Children, issue 8, out. Go check that out. And then a bunch of other titles from Image. One I definitely want to pick up. But first we have Adventure Man number 2. Now I don't even have Adventure Man number 1 yet. I'm waiting on that from mycomicshop.com. Had that pre-order. That was one that was a post-pandemic pre-order that obviously got pushed, and now apparently, like, this was supposed to ship, my shipment for this month, which I didn't realize I was actually getting, but some of those titles were actually shipping this month, so I am still getting the shipment, or for last month, whatever. But waiting, this shipment has clearly been delayed. They usually ship out, it would have shipped out last week, and according to the tracking info, it hasn't, UPS or whatever, whoever, hasn't even received it yet, so I have no idea what I'm getting this package. Last time it was delayed, it took an extra, what, I think 4 to 5 days than normal to get it. So this one hasn't even left. I should have got it a day earlier this week. Not gonna happen. No idea what I'm getting. That mycomicshop.com package. Next up, Excellence number 8. Cool book. Carrie Randolph, Brandon Thomas, Magic, Dope family. You got Black family, and this is just obviously Carrie Randolph. Is it Kari? I think it's Kari. But fantastic artist. Met him before. Cool dude. And so obviously you're gonna get a gorgeous book. Great story. You got Magic if you like that stuff, and just highly recommend it. Family touch for tugging your heartstrings a little bit. So Excellence number 8. Go check that out. And then the book I'm definitely gonna pick up. Philadelphia, the trade, volume 1 of the trade. It's like $9.99. I think it has the first 6 issues. I'm definitely into this. I've heard about this book. I want to check it out. And another thing I know is it was actually more than I thought there was, because I don't know if I knew that there were vampires involved in it. So it was just this whole extra added element to it. I'm like, oh, okay, so you just got vampires in here. All right, let's do this. So Philadelphia, let me know if you read that, if you've been reading that. What do you think of it? Drop in the comments below. Now, the last thing I want to leave with you, this teaser for something spectacular. I can't wait to show off and dedicate a video to it by itself. Oh my, here it is. You can see this box here. It won't even fit in the frame. I'll show this picture off the one that I posted on Instagram, and it is a giant box, and I had to grab this comic just to show it for scale. All I'll say, and I won't say anything else about it until I do the video, but all I'll say is it is related to one of my favorite comics properties. So that's all you get for now. You get an image, you get look at the box, and that little bit of a teaser, and that's all you get. So be on the lookout for that. I can't wait to open that up. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, that's that. Again, this newish comic book day, because we have Tuesday, DC dropped their releases. Yesterday, I couldn't get this video up because I have technical difficulties and just throw off everything. I did, like, even the video I dropped earlier today was supposed to drop yesterday. It was just madness, and I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But so yeah, that is that for this new Comic Day Blast. So we have Dynamite extending the returnable date for retailers. Mark Andolfo and Jenny Frison signing a big cover deal for Boom Studios going through into next year, and DC's post Diamond shenanigans, and hopefully this will just get ironed out a little bit later as time goes on. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I've been thinking about either combining the list of new releases with DC stuff onto my blog just as like a one spot go for other people, and maybe somebody else has done that out there. I don't know, I have to do a little research and see. And then got some new recommendations. Again, I want to check out Philadelphia. So, and then my little teaser. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on anything I talked about today, anything we've shown, and just any other things you have in your head related to new comics, new comic book, or comic book news, new comic book day releases, all that good stuff, the world of comics. Drop it in the comments below. So yeah, this is GENOTHADRAGON. Happy reading, happy hunting, happy collecting. Thanks for watching, and peace out.